Hi, we're Courtney and James, and for the last 4 months we've been living full-time in our bright orange self-converted Sprinter van. Back in January, we decided to make a change. Courtney, quit my job and went freelance.
And I, James, arranged to work part-time for my agency back in the UK. We now work remotely from the road 3 days a week, whilst travelling around Europe and meeting like-minded people along the way. We hope to bring you the trials and tribulations of van life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
That's us parked up in Villajoyosa. Took us about 6 hours driving in total to get here, so quite a while. We drove pretty much straight from near Ronda, near the El Caminito del Rey hiking park that we actually weren't able to do because it was fully booked when we got there, which is kind of annoying. But after that we just decided, let's just drive. We didn't have anything kind of pinned on the map to go and see in between there and kind of Benidorm way, so we just thought, let's just get there. James was quite happy to drive, so we just spent about 6 hours driving, stopped for a bit of lunch en route, and then now we're spending 3 days working at this nice little beach park up. A couple of other British campers here. A little bit windy last night, but we survived. But yeah, it's a nice chilled spot to do a few days of work. The reality of working solid in the van for 3 days is this lovely mess. But gotta earn those pennies, eh, James?
Mm-hmm. Someone has to.
How rude. So we've been having a bit of trouble with this light on the van. Since we first bought it, it had a dent in the bonnet here, and a couple of things on the inside were a little bit cracked from whatever incident that it had in a previous life. So since we've been away, this light has started kind of jumping up and down because this little piece here has cracked. Not from what we did, but it's just come undone from the work we had done out in the beginning. So we fixed it with sealant to begin with, and it worked for a couple of days, and then it kind of came unstuck again and started jumping. So now we're trying a little bit of trusty super glue. See how that goes. And then we'll have to try a different solution if that doesn't work. That's us about to set off from our little beach park up in Villajoyosa, on the outskirts of Villajoyosa. We're gonna head to the food shop, find an Aldi, stock up because the fridge is bare, and then we're gonna go over to Benidorm, but there's no free camping spots in Benidorm, or very few that look decent, so I think we're gonna just bite the bullet and pay for a campsite for a couple nights and make the most of the laundry services and, you know, showers.
Hot showers!
Yay!
Woo!
So yeah, that'll be quite nice. Very rarely do we actually ever stay on campsites, so kind of do it begrudgingly, but yeah, it'll be nice.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Cool. Let's go to Aldi.
Excited for Benidorm?
Benidorm, Benidorm. I can't wait to drink warm pints of Carling in the red line. I feel like I'm 16 again. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm just turning around. Good. Sat up so good.
Now I've got to get up this lovely road.
Make a U-turn.
Make a U-turn? This is where we find out loads of stuff still left open.
Yeah.
Turn left.
scuffs are down the worst roads.
That's why our van is filthy. We're proper van lifers, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yay!
Lovely.
Tree.
Oops.
I will just take that.
Turn left.
We're in Aldi, getting our food shop. It's actually so much better than the UK. The stuff is so much fresher.
Yeah.
Strawberries in the UK last like 3 days and go mushy. Here they last like over a week. It's amazing.
So hence why we have
Loads.
strawberries.
My fave. We're definitely getting this.
Okay.
What else? Oh my god, I love this section. Vegetariano, 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 vegetariano. Broccoli and kale. Cream of broccoli and kale. Oh, that doesn't look very nice.
I'm going to make a strong pass on this one.
Look, veggie mince. I mean, we don't eat that, but seitan. doesn't
What
look
was it?
appetizing, but it's really nice, honestly.
Some falafel.
We could get some falafel to crumble over a salad. Oh no, we've got tofu now, we're doing it. 39 cents a can. Less than €4. 18 beers. It's a pretty good bargain if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. It's actually quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
It's
a-
actually really nice.
a
It's
blonde.
not gassy.
Good to know.
Good. Nobody likes gassy beer.
Been sent on a mission to find coconut milk and sun-dried tomatoes, which is always the bane of our lives when we're shopping, because it just seems to be something that Spain doesn't really do, not even in Aldi. So Changer, Courtney? Are we in France?
I know, that's the only thing that I can think of. Honestly, like, no matter what country we're in, French just comes to mind and I start saying like, oui, bonjour, and I'm like, that's definitely not Spanish.
How much was all this?
€50.85. Which is not too bad considering we've got 18 beers.
Yeah, I think we can get
And
the
like
lift
we have
on.
to stock up
Cool.
on like, we'll have to stock up on like, you know, cleaning products, shower gels, all that kind of stuff. Pretty good. So we scrapped that idea of staying at the campsite for 2 nights. We had a little look and it's like €25 a night without electric. And we just thought, nah. So we're parked up near the top of a mountain, not a mountain, a big hill, overlooking Benidorm. And just out behind us, there's a beautiful view. But to get up there, it's like really rocky terrain, like worse than probably anything we've been up. So we didn't want to bottom out and risk doing some damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've just parked just slightly behind the brow of like the top of the hill, and it's actually sheltered us from the wind a little bit. Although I did nearly pull the door off when I opened it when I got out earlier, so I have to be careful of that. But
Now,
ooh,
beer.
beer time.
Sponsored by beer.
So that's us just leaving the park up at the top of Benidorm, up the hill, up the worst road that James could have possibly have found, I think. I did warn him that there was a 4x4 sign just one road over on the Park for Night app, and I thought, that doesn't look too good to me. But he said, let's try it. And it was pretty, but we couldn't get all the way to the top, so.
But the van's still working.
It's still working, and no nicks or anything. We think we've maybe scratched the side of the van on a bush, but hopefully it's not too bad.
It'll buff out.
The van's so dirty that we can't actually tell whether it's scratched or not. So we'll have to check that. So now we're going to head to a campsite and hope that it's going to be like have a free spot for us, because some of the comments say that it's really busy. A lot of people go there for like the full winter can stay there for the full winter. So it gets
like 20 quid, 25 quid
25 euros a night it is. So we're gonna hopefully find a spot at a campsite and do all of our water and like just feel the security of whilst we're gonna be out for quite a lot of the day and maybe the evening in Benidorm tonight, and we know that the fancy. Do some washing, shower, wash my hair, dry it so I don't look like this all the time. But yeah, fingers crossed we can find a spot.
So this is the level of recycling that we get after about a week.
And it's really not that easy to find recycling points. Sometimes there's like one normal bin and there's like a glass bin but no paper or no plastic, and then sometimes plastic. So when we find them we're like because we basically carry everything around with us.
Yeah. Just wait on a main road. Not too busy this morning.
Oh, feels so good. Plus it kind of smells after a while. So. Very grateful for the diagrams also because
your Spanish is terrible. Oh. Just me, James Morrison and Courtney smashing glass.
At your destination.
Right, go see if we've got space, Bobby.
You have arrived.
Oh, there's the wash bit. There you go.
So they don't have any spaces here. They're fully booked. But they do have like a full program of like Zumba classes and line dancing.
So before we went away we signed up for an ASCII card or AXI card or something like that on the recommendation of some friends, and it's the first time we've used it and it seems to have got us like some discount, not sure how much, but anything's better than paying £21.50 a night just to go out in Benidorm.
Okay, so 18 euros with the AXI card, so that takes off like €4.50 for a night, which is pretty good. That's without electric. But yeah, we have a European newspaper in English, we can catch up on the news, and we have this map.
Okay.
So we need to drive down this road and go to pitch 121, and on the way is the water, so we can stop there. So that's us, got our lunch, showered, got the laundry on, so it's like €5 for like a big load of laundry.
Yep.
So that's on, got like half an hour to wait for that, so just poured ourselves a little beer.
In a wine glass.
In a wine glass. So, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just going to chill for a little while and then head into Benidorm town centre.
Benidorm, Benidorm, Benidorm.
We have decided to stay on this campsite for another night. Just been and paid for another night. It's been kind of lush, having a little bit of a base with everything literally right here. Not having to worry about emptying the toilet or doing anything like where we have to find our own stuff. So yeah, it's been kind of nice. We were going to go into Benidorm tonight, but we weren't really in the mood. So we're just making a curry and just going to chill. James learning a little bit of Spanish in the background. Going to be fluent in no time.
See.
We've got like aubergine, broccoli, peppers, mushrooms. In here, a little bit of rice on, cooking. And actually, we'll struggle to find a few things because we love to make a curry, and we love to make like lentil dals or like biryani with like curry paste and stuff, and curry paste is like really hard to get here in Europe, so we have to like constantly be on the lookout. Last time we found it in Gibraltar, there was like 2 big pots that we used to buy back home, so we bought like 2 big pots of that should last us like a couple months. And then yeah, also things like sun-dried tomatoes, which we love to cook with, and coconut milk in itself is really quite hard to get. It's not in like every supermarket, so when we do find it, my rice is over boiling, we literally like stock up. What else do we struggle to find? Certain veg. So certain veg here is like super common, like aubergines, broccoli and stuff, but things that you would get back home like mange two or like baby corn, kale. We can't get kale here. I've seen it once in a supermarket and we were like just out for a day and I wasn't going to carry a bag of kale around with me for the rest of the day. So that's probably one thing that I actually really miss, kale. But yeah, it's just having to adapt, I think, to cooking in a different country, not knowing when you make a list for the week. I usually make like a menu for the week and then kind of plan so that I make sure that I have like as little waste as possible. So if I use half broccoli in that, I'll use half broccoli in something else, for example. But yeah, when you don't know what you are going to be able to get when you get into a supermarket, it makes it a little bit more stressful. But we found it okay so far. Sometimes we have to go to a second shop. Like this week we couldn't get wraps for fajitas, tongue twister, and we couldn't get sun-dried tomatoes or coconut milk, so we're gonna have to go somewhere else to find those. But that's not so bad.
Okay, so this is us getting ready to go for a cycle. We said at the start of our travels that we'd cycle every Sunday, but we've only done 2 cycles in 2 months, so kind of need to get moving a bit. So we're going to go from Benidorm, where we're at the campsite, down to Villajoyosa, and then up into the mountains a little bit, and then back down. It's about 25 miles, so a nice easy one hopefully to get us started.
I mean, into the mountains does not sound like an easy one to me, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's just the hills really.
Banana stop?
Yeah.
How's the cycle been so far, James?
Bit crap.
Yeah.
Been busy roads, wind into our faces, we're obviously unfit as well. You fell off.
Yeah.
On a straight bit of road again. And we're about to start climbing.
What do you mean? I thought that was a climb.
That's nothing.
I'm really tired.
Yeah, so am I.
Aww.
Take it really slow.
Might have to have a few breaks.
We've got snacks.
Okay. Yay!
Yay.
Bosh, we did it. High five me.
That was fun.
Yeah, so much fun.
God, it took a long time.
How long?
Wind, like 2 hours 45 minutes. To do like 20
Excuse
miles.
the helmet hair. 2 hours 45 minutes, and we cut out 4 miles at the end because we're too tired. And James said, "It's just a couple hours cycle."
It was. If it wasn't windy like that. Is that wind really did after?
That was hard work. I'm knackered. Time for a nap?
Maybe.
So, we're in the centre of Benidorm now.
Yeah.
Just had a little drink at this Rockstar bar. It wasn't for us.
Well, yeah, it wasn't. That's sport.
I mean, well, it wasn't real sport, it was like filler sport.
Okay, we had La Liga highlights on.
They had Foster's, Guinness, John
Heineken.
Smith's and Heineken.
I went for a Guinness.
There's not the types of beers we want to drink. But we knew it was kind of going to be like this. And we knew we were going to leave our reservations at the door. And we really tried. We really tried. But we're going to walk to the old town and try and find a wine bar instead.
See what's there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
We're not judgy. We just have certain standards for ourselves.
We came to Spain, we didn't come to Blackpool, okay?
But we don't judge anyone else if they love Benidorm.
Of course.
Oh yeah, let's sit at the back. Oh, what about on the sofa?
Okay.
Oh, did you?
So that's us finished in Benidorm after our big night out, where we saw Elton John and Elvis and a pretty terrible comedian. We spent 2 nights at the campsite, which was lovely to sort of recharge and feel that security that you don't sometimes get when you're on a road. But we decided that it's time to move on, and we've headed up into the mountains. As you can see from the view behind us, it's pretty spectacular, because we're going to start work on Monday. We want to make sure that we are still moving up the sort of north coast of Spain, which is our next sort of destination on the way up to Barcelona. It's quite camp, wasn't it? So that's our plan from now on. Had a pretty good week or so, and yeah, I guess we shall see you guys next week. Want to say bye?
Bye! See you next week! That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and hit the little bell button for notifications of our next video.